Hi chemists. In this video, we are going to now talk about how we can interpret the subscripts in a chemical formula. To start, we'll be talking about how to calculate percent composition. After this video, you will be able to calculate percent composition for various compounds. Make sure that you have your calculator nearby. Percent composition indicates the makeup of a substance based on mass. So for example, if you had a compound that was 50% carbon by mass. In order to calculate percent of the element, you're going to have to use the mass of the element over the entire mass of the compound times 100. So for example, what is the percent lithium in lithium oxide? To do this, we are going to have to use the masses that we have on the periodic table. So you can see from the chemical formula that there are 2 lithium atoms for every 1 oxygen atom. So the way that I show my work is by putting a 2 in front of the lithium symbol, and that indicates that I need to multiply the mass of lithium from the periodic table by 2. Then with oxygen, I only have 1 oxygen in this formula, so that means I'm going to multiply the mass of oxygen by 1. And so that will then tell me 13.88 is the mass of lithium in the entire compound, and 16 is the mass of oxygen in the entire compound. Then I'll need to add them together to get the entire mass of the compound. To get the to get the percent of lithium, what I then have to do is take the total mass of lithium that I have in the compound, which is 13.88, and divide it by the 29.88, which is the entire mass of the compound, and then multiply by 100. When I do this, I'm going to round my answer to the least number of significant figures. So you can see the numbers of 13.88 and 29.88 both have 4 sig figs, so my answer is going to have 4. Let's try another example. So it says, what is the percent of each element in barium arsenate? So this question is different than the last one because now we're focusing on the percent of each element. The first thing that you should do is calculate the molar mass of the entire compound. So we have 3 bariums in this compound, and then according to the mass on the periodic table, I'm going to have to multiply that by 3, and so you should get 411.99. For the arsenic, you will have to multiply the arsenic times 2. It's kind of like the distributive property in math class. This 2 goes to both the arsenic and it goes to the oxygen. And when I say goes to, that means that you have to multiply the 2. So that's why for arsenic, I'm going to have to multiply the mass by 2. And then for oxygen, 2 times 4 is 8, and so that's why it'll be 128. And then the last step to calculate the mass of the compound is you'll have to add them together. To calculate the percent barium, you're going to take the 411.99 and divide it by the 689.83, multiply by 100. And then that will be the percent barium in the compound. You'll do the same thing with the arsenic, 149.84, which is the entire mass of arsenic, over 689.83 times 100, and that will be the percent by mass of arsenic. And then finally, for the oxygen, you'll do the 128 divided by the 689.83 times 100, and that'll give you the percent oxygen. If you add these together, obviously it should equal 100%, but because of rounding and sig fig things, we need to just kind of know that sometimes the numbers won't add up exactly to 100. But by kind of adding them up and seeing if it equals close to 100, that's a good way to double check yourself to see if you did it right. As usual, it is time for you to practice. Hopefully this video helped you in order to learn how to calculate percent by mass. Thank you so much for watching.